morning. It is daily vlog time. Y'all, I had a moment yesterday where I realized, my life is so beautiful. And I am so grateful to live the life that I live. Even with the hiccups, right? Even when things don't feel the best, I look at my life and it's so beautiful. Like yesterday, my mother-in-law made spaghetti for, everybody in the house. And my man, he came home, he brought fish for both floors, and we got garlic bread, whatever, and we all just got a chance to eat. Even though we were not all eating in the same room, we were all eating the same meal. So for me, that feels like we all ate dinner as a family, as a full family unit. And that food fed three families essentially: me, my little family upstairs, my brother-in-law, his little family in the basement, and my mother-in-law, her family on that main unit. And it's so beautiful that I live in a home where there is so much love, there is so much affection. And some days it's not a good day. Like some days we go through things. Y'all watched me go through things with my partner, but I am so grateful for my chosen family. And I believe that the reason that I can show up and be so effective in my chosen family is because of all the things that were instilled in me and my blood family. So I'm grateful for my mother and the foundation that she set. And I love that this family has accepted me, and I get to do some things and learn some things in this family, and I get to teach some things in this family. And that's so beautiful for me. I just want to take a moment to just love on my life and love on my family before we, get into what we're vlogging about today. Today, I want to talk about focusing on the lesson instead of the people when we disconnect from things and people. And then I also want to talk about just giving yourself grace. Because even if you know better, you can still have emotions that are the opposite. And so, of course, like I always do in my vlogs and anything else that I do, I'm going to just give you examples from my life. I don't like to give examples from other people's life. I can only take my own perspective. A while ago, one of my friends asked me to do the Black History Assembly at her school, and if I get a ride there, I'm absolutely going. And I realized that when she was sitting and talking to me about the school, after I got off the phone with her, I started thinking about walking into a school, and I started to feel sad. I started to feel like a failure. I used to be a middle school teacher, and I'm not a teacher anymore. And some days I miss it. Some days I feel bad. Some days I feel just guilty, damn, but the lesson there and the idea of focusing on the lesson. I used to go to school every day and cry on my way to school. And I'm not talking and baby, I'm not talking about one single solitary tear like I'm a crybaby. I'm talking, I used to go to work hyperventilating, crying. And then I would get into the parking lot, take a deep breath, fix my face, re-put on my eyebrows, because y'all know this is our arts and crafts. Ain't no hair right there. And then go into the school and do what I needed to do. Be agitated with these kids because I wanted to cry, and then I would leave school, and only reason I didn't cry after school is because I was on my way to the pole dance studio. And I did that for a long time. And the lesson here, even on the days where I truly do miss teaching and miss students and all of those things, is you shouldn't do things that make you unhappy. You shouldn't do things that make you that level of unhappy. There's going to be some discomfort in things that you have to live through, right? There's a lot of discomfort in this content shit. I do a lot of this shit and I'm talking to myself. But this discomfort doesn't make me cry, break down, and doubt myself. I was doing that with teaching. And when I walked away, I started to feel better. I feel lighter. I wake up in the morning and I'm happier. I can't go back to something that made me cry no matter how much I miss it. I think about friendships that I've had. About 2, 3, I don't know, whatever, how many vlogs ago, I talked to you guys about my relationship with lying, and I talked to you about my former best friend from college. There is not a day that goes by that I don't think about that young lady, because she was a big part of my life. And a lot of the things that are blooming right now in my life were seeds that were planted in that friendship, either by that friendship or on my own, but she was aware of it. And I can't call her and be like, this is really happening. I miss her a lot. But if I have to be honest with myself, I don't know what's going on in her life, but in my life, a lot of things have shifted since I am no longer friends with her. It's not only on that friendship, but that friendship was a part of those things. I haven't had an acid reflux flare up since that year. Again, there are a lot of other things going on in my life, teaching, etc. So I'm not just putting on that friendship. And that's not me closing myself off, because I would love to speak with her again. But I realize that if that never happens, I can find a lesson in that friendship. Be honest with yourself, be honest with others, talk to people, don't talk behind their backs. That will make me a better friend. So if I ever meet somebody that is as connected to me as I was connected to her, I won't mess that up again. And I don't even look at that friendship like I messed it up, because it did what it needed to do and it taught me an important lesson. And I want to give that to us today in our vlog. Like, we might not ever get to right the wrongs of our past. Whether it's the girl that got away because you was in a relationship with somebody, or for me, like a friend that you feel you could have handled a little bit better. For us, some of us, we feel like we could have handled job opportunities better. A lot of us feel and shit. On the other end of it, you feel like you could have a situation in life where you know you didn't do anything wrong. Like, there are friendships that ended. I know I didn't do shit to you, but I don't also deserve to sit around demonizing anybody else neither. There is something that I can learn from it and take accountability, and I can focus on the lesson instead of living in this place of rumination about people and being disrespectful to people. You actually start to see and think more positive things about the things and the people that you've let go when you focus on how you can be better, and you know how you are going to be better in the future. It actually makes you not feel that sad. I remember a time where I used to feel lost, like, damn, maybe I'm a shitty friend. Maybe I'm only supposed to be close to my family. I have a great relationship with my siblings, and I always have a man. Like, I've thought about my life, and even though I have always been a free spirit, I've always had a man or somebody who thought that they was my man in my life. So it's like, I've always had a really great foundation of love, but I've always had issues with friends. And so I used to tell myself, like, damn, am I a bad friend? And in some ways I was, and I fixed those things. But also, I was just attracting, because I was not in a good place emotionally, probably, people who were not also good friends. And you can be in the most aligned place in the world and just still attract people that don't have your best interests at heart, because we don't learn in peaceful environments. Unfortunately, we don't. There has to be turbulence for us to learn. And my vlog today and my declaration to you guys is, do not get into the turbulent part of your life and shut down. That is where you are going to get better. That's where you going to grow. That's where you finna level up. When shit start getting weird, when people start getting weird, when you start getting weird, you about to level up. And I tell myself that more times in the mirror than a little bit, because I know this, and I'm saying it right now on the camera, and I will still break down about it because I am human. Focus on the lesson, but do not make yourself feel guilty about the emotions, because the emotions are very real and they're not going anywhere. But if you also focus on the lesson, you don't die in the emotions. You don't drown, I'll say, in the emotions. You realize that the emotions are there for a reason, and you do what you need to do to address them. But you also keep on putting the facts in front of your face. Yeah, I miss teaching, but teaching used to stress me out. Now, the beautiful thing about when this applies to relationships is people can be new and different. I'm a new and different person. I hope the people that I've disconnected to are new and different, and if they cross my paths again, because I've let them go. And I believe if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, you know. I'm sorry. The timer told me, baby, you are not Marcus Houston. Come back. But no, seriously. I have learned the importance, as cliche as this sound is, as we wrap up today, I have learned the importance of letting things go. I let pole dance go. I let teaching go. I let some people go. Me and pole dance are back together. Me and teaching probably will never be together again. That's okay. I enjoyed it for what it had. There are people in my life who came back in my life and they stayed. Hey. There are people who came back in my life and was like, actually, never mind. And they left. Have a great life. There are people who haven't come back into my life, and that's okay. I hope that whatever is going on in their life is great. And so if I could leave us with anything today, I would leave us with this. You are not perfect. I am not perfect. I probably did some wrong shit to some people that I love. I definitely did some wrong shit to some people that I love. You probably did some wrong shit to some people that you love. You definitely did some wrong shit to some people that you love. We are not innocent, but we are not all guilty. And we have to start learning to balance, excuse me, our innocence and our guilt. So we can be able to live a life that does not feel like we're getting beat down, but also a life where we feel like we're blindly affirming bullshit. There is a balance. And I am learning the balance, so I'm proud of myself. Pats for a fucking patsy. Alright? And if my content helps you learn the balance in any way, thank you so much for supporting me. For supporting me. I just spit all over the place. I'm sorry. Wet mouth. Wet mouth. Wet mouth. I'm sorry. Focus, Harley. Okay. I'm gonna get up out of here. I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for this journey. I thank y'all so much for your love. I thank y'all so much for your kind words. I thank y'all so much for your prayers. I feel great about my life. And even if I don't become famous, but bitch, I am, this journey has been amazing. And when I become famous, I'm going to get all y'all some chips and some pop from the store. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.